We are here with the grand finals of Blast Istanbul. The two best teams here in Turkey, and they are starting this one off so quick. It is, of course, Train, and it's a fast fight on the B-bomb site with Device finding those first two frags, but he's lost his teammate. That's Zipex down over towards the other side of Train, and Device hasn't fallen off at all. In fact, Device is going to come skewer this from the side. There's the first and the second. He's looking for the ace, and what a way that would be to kick off this pistol. Tarek, little does he realize, being wrapped from behind, he's done. And Astralis will take round one. I mean, these kills could just come to him. They could all line up unless they all go past, because 3 players down ramp thanks to the flash. Fallen, the last one in, and Device has all this info. There's no way they assume he's still up here, you'd think. And it looks like Device, just like in the pistols, is gonna stop the plan. He picks up the kills to go with it. Device and Glaive. And Device yet again. And Stewie 2K's managed to sneak his way out into the bomb site. I mean, Device finally spots it, sure enough, but that could have been a big entry frag for the Tees that didn't try to burst off of. But Device again and again, he picks up these kills with ease. Astralis to the 4-0 start. Really want to get their footing on this B site. They're gonna have to go through fire if they want it. They're gonna have to fight tooth and nail. And they will pick up 1 kill, sure, but Device, there's just no solution to him right now. Tarek, okay, gets something towards that A site, so a little bit becomes in question, but with bomb in their line of sight, you'd think they should still be able to control this. It's a smoke for Fallen that he's gonna be able to plant inside of. Although, 2 kills right back. Tarek nowhere to be found, and that's a defuse as well. This is Astralis with 5.
But there's only a couple of angles that people typically will peek you from.
There it is, 1 and 2. Beautiful. Just as you alluded to, those headshots connect with what looks like ease, and Device will take 2 more. So welcome, Astralis. 2 on fire. This is just a clinic. 20 frags, 1 death. Let's keep this going.
A portion of the map that he has just innovated so much on. And
nice flashbang. He gets the shot out of Magus, he baits him to fire, and then it's Tarek to just win the duel through smoke. Zipex's position's been abandoned. They don't want to fall into a 3 versus 5 here. He's got 2 players on the other side of this, bomb and op included with Fallen. 2 towards Pop Dog, and that last man Tarek's gonna be lurking it through Ivy, but yes, sure, the smoke does fade to the favor of Glaive, picking up the first kill, dropping bomb. Getting the confirmation now because there's 30 seconds. There's 30 seconds for them to get out and deal with this bomb site, but again, they can pinch this still. There's a dedicated defense from Astralis over towards Ivy, but now that gets pulled away, and just as it does, it's perfectly layered, but it does fall on Zipex, and he too just gets blown away. Welcome MiBR to the game. They will get themselves down ladder just to find Glaive on the other side. He had only just then, at that moment, burst back inwards as they fell. Right place at the right time. Could grab himself another, but for now it's over towards the site that dupreeh kicks himself to.
Which, frags are not always offered up here, but the execute is on.
Yeah, it's just a straight up run out. I mean, it's not the first time Astralis have given up this real estate, given MiBR possibly a false sense of security. Because while they have been offered some footing towards the site, it's not that the defense isn't here. I mean, Astralis, they're ready for this retake, and before the bomb's even planted, they've lost 2 more bodies. dupreeh's position known. Device as well has fired a shot or 2, and Z Connector's still in firm control, and all the while they're winning these duels, they still have that continuous wraparound from Glaive. What could be the nail in the coffin is that flank. Stewie dropped, and now coldzera's down with him. 5 deaths.
And making it a lot easier to seal up clean rounds.
I also feel like MiBR weren't tested in their positions last round, and oh my god. More headshots aplenty, pistols up close do nothing. There was an AK, sure, that Catalyst rifle in this one, but it doesn't get much done, just a single trade.
A clinic, man. This is a monster performance from Astralis. Looking as strong as ever, and the 2 players we were highlighting just now come together for a kill apiece, as you mentioned, in separate parts of the map.
Like, this was a total gun round, and you look at the amount of damage that's been dished back to Astralis, it doesn't even look like that. coldzera replaces the feet of Fallen, both of which were just there in smoke. Glaive potentially assuming that they had departed, but they just traded places. And I love the way that Glaive stays so far forward. I don't think there's many players that just float alone like that. It does cost them this time. Yeah, once this gets moving forward, I think that's when Zipex strikes. Sure enough, comes wide. Doesn't get the kill to coldzera. That's 2 beautiful headshots that puts it on Fallen. He's gonna have to lead by example, and he could, unless this peek from dupreeh gets it done, which it does. Astralis with a 12th.
We have it on default setup once again. Coldzera's making his way across upper. Don't know why that Molotov went down right in front of him, but he goes for the fast entry, maybe to make it seem like they were gonna slow it down, I'm not sure.
Trying to play mind games with timing. Magic gets blindsided. Glaive's got a good position to try and lock this down, but he can't finish the spray. The frag won't get much done either, and then he falls. This could be a second for MiBR unless Dupree just throws a total wrench in the works because bomb's not been planted and he's already here to fight. Sure, Tarek says goodnight, puts him to sleep for now. Zipex emerging from the smoke and looking for a gunfight of his own, but he too toppled. Tarek doing a great job of swinging this down to at least a 1v1, but look at Fur's health. 5 to 100.
He might honestly be relieved to hear that it was an op of all things, considering his HP, if it's not known how much he has left. And again, a total reset of the situation as he goes back to Whitehall's. Can have a good chance of winning it. Oh my god, he's not gonna plant.
Oh, he just gets caught in the movement. T-Con has been quite predominant in these A plays. Smoke goes down at the feet. Zipex will be tested with a multi-frag, which he does not get, only one. And Device, being caught between smoke grenades here, has afforded this plant for MiBR. They still have presence over towards the A site. Remember, Fur got out very early on, and he still resides just outside that T-Con.
Interesting as the clock ticks down. No one making movements. Dupree late to respond. Wants to go up the ladder too. He's being very aggressive about this.
Just trying to bang frags around, just trying to distract maybe. I mean, even if he calls attention, that'd be great. But now it's 2 kills back for the favor of MiBR. They have a man advantage in this after plant. And you do see the CTs just trying to get desperate here, running forward, blanketing it in smoke, and just jumping on the bomb. It's a desperate defuse, but it's nearly there. Fallen will deny it for a second, but still.
Pistol round out right now. Molly to back 6 to assist instead of a smoke for the players to come up Ivy.
Then they put down their own smoke to the left side. It is still a bit of a smoke trying to obscure this. Fallen ready to receive, but it looks like Astralis are going to try to make the most of their opponent's smoke by going into the train yard itself. It's the flank around from Stewie and a push up from Fallen that doesn't net him a second kill, but still leaves us in this 3 versus 2. Zipex, having wrapped around from Ivy, can't connect the headshot, and maybe Glaive comes to help, but he's gone. So Glaive finds himself alone, and then Stewie just slays him. MiBR.
So it's the half deco for Astralis this time.
Nice flash grenade. Zipex gets one fully blind. MiBR are losing bodies and giving up guns. I believe that's a FAMAS soon to be retrieved. On top of the MP9 of Zipex, Glaive denied up close. The ump good for a single kill, but now it falls to Cold and Stu. And only Cold. He's got 3 opponents ahead, but it looks like they'll eject and head towards the B site. Oh no, not like this.
Wow, the whole squad eviscerated just like that. I mean,
the 17th swings things back. Tarek not scared off of this position despite the utility.
Oh, that was great timing. Tarek tried to wait as long as humanly possible for that flash to pop, and Glaive just waited him out just an iota of time more.
That's a big kill for Stu. He just grabbed the ump and he gets behind them. I mean, we saw Device in a similar situation when they were on that CT side, but luckily the threat's been cleared for Astralis, and as has the Z connector. 2 kills quickly, and another from Magis. The last man's revealed himself, and there's nothing he can do. Nothing at all, other than maybe another kill. Lucky to be alive at 8 health. Fur wants an upgrade from the MP9, but Device already quickly behind his teammate. So 15 to 3, 12 points the difference.
2 scaries, so a couple of phases of rounds that need to be conquered from MiBR on this long road back. Getting 5v4 is obviously a good start.
Yeah, but Astralis, they know they have rounds to play with, so I think it's for that reason we see this just utter aggression on both sides of the map, which hasn't gotten them past the line of defense just yet. Scout shot's good to damage Zipex. He drops to 15. Still, this bomb could be planted. There's no utility here for MiBR to try and stop it with frags or fire. So sure enough, the retake will be on. And 2 Ts have already ejected their way up back into the upper halls. My question is, does Stewie just get blindsided? Yeah, absolutely. Device goes for the peek and there's nobody there to cover. While Tarek does spot Zipex beneath, that's just a ruse. It calls the attention, and it seems like this is it. It seems like Astralis just dumpstered MiBR.
Oh my god.
16 to 3 on their own map choice, the opening map of this series.
Sometimes it feels kind of random, you know, who's able to come out ahead here. So maybe if they're fortunate, they'll feel a little bit better if it starts with this pistol.
Let's see if that's the case. We've got a really fast fight here inside a connector. Bombs actually included in this firefight. Tarek wants to give chase to Glaive, who does get away for the time being, but repeats to his demise. Another headshot here for MiBR, and it looks like they've done it. It looks like they will continue to contest the curse. Another pistol potentially theirs, unless Device, who after last game was just immaculate.
I can't remember a performance from him in a single map in a final like that.
It's going to be off that long contact. Keep your eyes on Device for a second. He is going to be finding Tarek, and sure enough, he takes his head down. So now these two CTs are going to get pinched from each side, and yes, just like that, you've got yourself a round. Astralis seemed to have managed to at least put this into question, and sure enough, with Device continuing on this expedition, it is going to be another upset unless Stewie2K has something immaculate to say, but he doesn't. Just like on Nuke Launders.
Unless you're going to do something like this.
See if it works. It's got Stewie in an awkward spot. He will extinguish the flames at his feet. coldzera by his side. The Astralis actually haven't made much progress past the monster. Stu will drop to the fragmentation. Obliteration, the first man in, and Tarek's now here to support. So we do see MiBR trickling downwards, and we see Astralis limping forwards, but they haven't really sustained much losses in the form of casualties or damage. In fact, they plant in this 4v4, and there's so many players on this site, it feels like there's 8 guys here. Xyp9x, Device, they're going to be getting these kills. Finally, we see that big clash, that crescendo of kills, and they all belong to Astralis. Fallen would be the closest form of support, but because he as well is on his own, his attention entirely allocated over here towards Party, and, well, there's a smoke up in his face, but he's going to have to get CQC, and that's as close as you could get. He goes right past, and now Fallen is in a powerful position, but Tarek has to realize there could be people here. Spam is good for damage. Fallen doesn't want to scope in, doesn't want to be heard. Will find the fadeaway kill just as Tarek had denied entrance towards this A site. And immediately, MiBR have established a man advantage in this 4 versus 3. The B site is actually being bolstered. Tarek has moved down. They get ahead of this rotation, calling it and stopping it in its tracks. 15 seconds left, and nobody moves further. Excellent hold from MiBR. We'll see if they can lock down the B site yet again. It's Cold and Stewie falling back off of the first array of grenades. They put down a bit of their own, and it does disrupt the vision. Stewie and Fur have gotten 2. This is great. Astralis just stopped in their tracks as they attempt desperately to get in, but it's not all good. MiBR have now lost 2 bodies, and Stewie should be predicted here. Xyp9x honed in as Glaive gets the headshot, and that leaves us even keel. With 50 seconds left, he's got to be cautious. If he holds just this angle, then he needs to be wary of the fact that they could just walk right past, but he misses his shot, and his opportunity to stop bomb continues to duel in the meantime, but cannot disrupt it from going down. So they're just gonna have to lock this down. We've got 1 on the dice box. That is Glaive. Feeling the pressure from Truck, he's gonna change position, and this has all been heard. Xyp9x gets him, Fallen peeks wide, and he needs 2 perfect shots with this off, but no one presents themselves, and he tucks tail. Astralis will win this 2v2.
No, an absolute tragedy of a way to lose a round, and oh my god, Fallen dying too at the end of it.
Gotta be cautious when you're going for wallbang kills, because Xyp9x is in the server. He is the king of those when it comes to the B side of Overpass, but right now it is just MiBR with the kill feed to their favor.
But Astralis, it's understood what they're going to do.
Yeah, they know, and therefore they know that their opponents are prepared. coldzera with the first one's going to miss his second shot as he takes damage. That's 2 offs on the pillar. Not quite enough parking space for both, but they get the job done regardless. This is what can truly afford Astralis a bomb plant. And with those Molotovs, that's actually going to disrupt both of the CTs. They put the smoke down for what could cover plant, but Stewie's going to get aggressive. He throws himself into this fray, frantically trying to shut it down, but he's caught fumbling his hands, and Device just destroys Tarek. Sure, Cold is left back towards on Graffiti, but with 20 HP, what's he going to do? He needs his teammates to come bail him out, and they've already started with Fur. I mean, we've got Fallen swapping to an M4, not wanting to play 2 ops in this retake. He will be the front runner, and he's spotted by Xyp9x already. Cleaned and cleared with absolute ease, but coldzera is then the next to fall. Fur with a headshot makes it look so doable, but now he's pulled into the crossfire. He still doesn't know where the last is, but he should have a good idea. Glaive is over towards short, but Glaive has done enough to burn off the time.
He's got nothing to do it. No, he knows that he's going to run away, so Glaive goes and cleans him up too.
Connector, and this time it is Fallen. 0 support in the setup for him. He has it all to do, and there's not even anybody watching up towards parties, so someone could just walk down on him, but that's not the case. He's gonna actually wrap back up and try to get away. However, the peek is there. Prepared is Device. Sure enough, he does drop the Opper.
On a big flank, that should be the safest route possible. Device is kind of tuned into this. He's on the same frequency and immediately kills first. Fair amount of information gained for Astralis. 20 seconds up though. That bomb is kind of in limbo at the moment. Will the CTs bite? It looks like...
Whoa, that's the big one. That's the kill right there. Now ZipX whips out the bomb, and he's just going to close the distance into the site. So 3v4 turns 3v1. MiBR have been decimated.
Kind of ragtag, but Astralis turning up the heat, running through the fire and flames.
Yeah, just straightforward, extinguishing it, and Stewie caught. He's so fixated on short that he doesn't prepare for the man pushing long, but the bomb's been thrown out. Coldzera seems to have done it. It seems as though he's slowed down Astralis enough for the time being, but we've seen them in positions like this before. Despite it being precarious, it is not impossible. Both T's now, side by side, will try to crack open some skulls. Molotov will prevent any sort of a peek. Fallen's gonna get ever the closer, and they could actually go for a boost. That would be a really cool play, I think, but they won't. They're gonna try wrapping around, which is still good enough to get kills. Device, last man up, goes down. I feel like that's some conditioning from Astralis. And MiBR are falling prey to it, but now they've gotten aggressive. They're playing their own game by just charging up through long, by pushing out on the party, and they have themselves something successful. Again, a double man advantage. This is how they picked up the previous round, and this is how they may pick up the last.
Yeah, that's it. Some of the more classic T-side aggression, or CT-side aggression on overpass is finally coming into play. It seems like they're clearly posturing up for a B exec, and it's going to be running the whole way.
ZipX just deleted near instantaneously. Dupree falls in the exact same fashion. Stewie's on a tear. That's 3 kills for him. Now he's got the 4th, and Stu's going to pick up this ace if he chooses to. Device is the last man up. That was near instantaneous. Give us the 5th, Stewie. No. All right. Fallen will help him out.
Oh my gosh.
You don't need the ego.
How much did they pay you, Fallen? How much did they pay you?
There it is. The clearing of the board from Furt wraps up and around. But it looks like it's at least going to be another volley of nades up and over. The smokes do go. Molotovs to follow suit. Now Tarek is applying some pressure at B, and that's going to lock 2 of Astralis' members down there. But the commitment's on the A site, and they're going to have 15 seconds. That is it. I mean, they are playing this down to the wire. Fur needs to get these kills right here, right now. And you can see the CTs just looking to deny the bomb. If they can deny the plant, then they're good, but they can't. Although bomb's been left behind. Time is the difference maker. As long as the CTs survive, they've got this in the bag. It's ZipX now left, and so it's theirs. Time, Launders, but it's not the kind of play that you want to start, unpacking for them right now. They're just going to have to continue on. Oh, that was crucial of a kill. Fallen straight through smoke. He's on the front of the rock. He hears the footsteps, and despite the headshot versus Fallen, he is still denied him.
Blake's going to spot that, probably call for his teammate to rotate, but all he has to do is stay here is a really good retake position.
Could have his teammates come back down. Device now clears over towards long A, so he will start the long journey back. But the question remains, how much are they willing to try and go for this? We know that Astralis are very willing to just save, to call it quits at times, and it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen.
And so, it's known that soon there will be a fight.
That fight belongs to Device. Takes an initiative, as does Dupree. Perfectly timed. Both frags with that CZ, takes this down to an even 2v2 because first found an entry on the A site. I mean, that's just perfect. As far as MiBR are concerned, those entries all happen fast enough for them to regain what was nearly lost. Remember, Astralis, they saved the trimmings from the previous round, and they've managed to contest this regardless. They could actually pick up the win because Fur is so isolated. The Molly's supposed to prevent the peak, but he walks into the fight regardless. And with a smidgen of health, Device will take the kill.
Astralis rolled into the double digits earlier than they were supposed to.
This is a fast one. They're going to go right through that CT smoke. Unfazed by Astralis' utility. Stewie clears out the barrels immediately. Blinding flashbangs go both ways, and a Molotov's supposed to prevent any kind of a walk up from this ramp. And they're doing a good job of isolating these CTs. Look at Stewie go! He's taking the initiative on his own, and it's Device now all that's left. A fast round from MiBR, a rapid clash inside the B site. I feel like that's what him and Zonic have so much in common. They're two very vocal, very animated coaches, and if your players are getting distressed and disgruntled, they are immovable rocks. What is movable is all of these A-site defenders. I mean, MiBR are just plowing straight through them for the time being. This wasn't meant to be much of a round. And yet, regardless, Astralis, they're still putting up a fight. Device tags another player low. Stewie's dropped. Even though the bomb site's cleared, the bomb is yet to get on it. It still resides over towards long. And it looks like everybody's just going to group up.
They have to play the afterplant. They have to play that retake that I'm sure they fear. But Astralis are somewhat out of position. There's going to be some time burned off that should give advantage to MiBR.
That's a crucial headshot. Time the biggest issue, because there's no kit in play. There's nothing of that in the equation, so Zipex walks away. It's one of those things I love about Stewie is when he starts getting frustrated and angry, I think it sometimes translates well into his gameplay.
But again, long control, imperative. They can't just get this A site for free. They've got to deal with Dupree, and they haven't done it yet. Fur has no support as well.
If coldzera goes over this, sure, he could clear the closest corner, but remember, there's going to be support from the site. Not a very fun fight, and still one that they will pick up. Device unable to cover, but the repeat's going to cost Tarek his head. And that's the bomb also thrown out into the open. With 15 seconds left, they know there's no option to head towards B. So we start to get that rotation upwards, and the question now is, do MiBR continue on? Do they try to force the issue? Because they have to do it right now. They need these kills right now. And even despite getting the first one, this round's already lost. For the second time, we'll find MiBR come short at the A site based on the clock. Do not want to see them come short on time. It's happened twice on this site specifically.
They're making good progress here, though. They just got to continue with it. Executes out.
The CT is not really with enough utility to completely hold them back. I mean, they've literally just boxed out this bomb site with smokes, but they're not able to hold on to long control. That's such a crucial kill for Dupree. He just goes flying forward, and because of that, he's able to skewer the attempt at the plant. Sure, there's fire there, but Dupree is single-handedly shutting this down. We've got MiBR just spread across the site. It's an absolute annihilation. I'm looking at this A-site defense and wondering, I mean, if MiBR just go 4 on this, no long presence, it is solely on Device. And he's already picked up the first kill, but he's caught trying to overextend around the corner, and MiBR, they just burst and blasted to the A-site. They've done it, so it seems. They've finally found their footing on this side of the map, and it doesn't come with long plays. It doesn't come with some sort of elaborate execution. It comes with a rapid pace. That's how they get in. And now as they fall back, Tarek looks to nail them against the wall. The first is his. 2 more to take, but it looks like they could still get away with something. Magisk, though, he could find cover behind the sandbags if he's fast enough on his feet, but instead he falls back. Tarek, he's completely flashed, but still stands. I mean, this is another situation whereby MiBR can get the bomb down. They're going to actually start pushing through and clearing water. There's 3 kills here for MiBR, and they're tying things up at 14. They've convinced Astralis back, and now would be the time to chase kills and just crush Astralis, because no matter what, we're going to round 30.
Yeah, round 30 and no money for Astralis. His Device also falls, meaning an op that they won't be able to recover. Stacks at B though. Shot missed. Immediate rotations come out. The site exec is on. 28 seconds up.
We've seen them falter and fumble. Glaive could be a single-handed thorn, but he goes on top of the box and it's spotted. Dupree connects the spray down, but that's only for 1 kill. And it looks like they've got this in the bag because there's still enough time to retrieve the bomb and get that plant in. coldzera sees it coming a mile away. And Device may be fantastic. He can be phenomenal even. But does he have it in him to win this 1v3? He's upgraded into the M4. 13 shots in the mag, and the first kill finally connected. Second one's up close. Fur just on the other side of the smoke and swapping out to the sidearm leaves him on only 5 shots, so he fades away to save. And they do have the ability to lock down Monster. That would cut Fallen off from the rest of his team, who look to be excessively pushing through short. But there's 20 seconds, and time could be a big issue yet again. They don't have control of Monster. They're being shot in the back, but the kills are still coming their way. And with Dupree caught off guard, it falls onto Device. MiBR looking to push this to a 3rd map, and they absolutely will. They will not go down without a fight. They'll continue to defend this title, and we're not going anywhere, Mohawk.
tension now between the offense and defense. Dupree gonna jump right into it. The boy band of players standing in the hallway, ready to triple peek.
Just blinded, holding and burning, so there he goes. But he actually gets a fadeaway headshot in the process, dropping the bomb and delaying the plant, but still not. Oh my, I was gonna say enough, but Device still gets it done. With one headshot, he's good. Fur with a reload as Zipex just goes barreling through smoke. Glaive tried to do the same. Zipex took his place, and then Glaive just bailed.
Oh, have they actually cycled back players to refresh the smokes? They've got one more, which means at the 20-second mark they can throw another.
Oh man, he's got the CZ just out in time. He's blind, but regardless, he's dropped bomb. 30 seconds. How many times have we already seen MiBR fall short because of time? This cannot be one of them, but it is looking good. Device and Zipex with kills on the sidearms. Cold's gonna try to bail them out. 15 seconds and 4 opponents still to find. Now it's down to this. It has happened yet again. coldzera just simply does not have the time to win this round. He'll try to fade away, but he doesn't even survive.
Their attack on A, but at least they've pulled one rotation in a site that would almost always have 4 with the correct information.
coldzera then hits a crucial shot as well. That's a big one. It's still going to leave this defense inside of the site, and Magisk with a good angle using the bicycle to just get his head over the wall. 20 seconds left again. This is a high-octane situation, big pressured moment, and they're not making any further progress. They have a smoke to cover them and allow for the fixation on the site, but look at the kills. They just all trickle in. 10 seconds for Fallen. He's got no clue where they're at, and Astralis suffocate them in smoke. Yeah, the final stage, the last hurdle.
Every round, that Molotov.
Whoa. Zipex very close now, catching the first one off, and he just continues to spray through the smoke. He knows there's presence here, and a frag grenade underhanded could do it, but the CZ's even better. I mean, spam through, and Tarek's dead as well. A solid hold from Zipex. 3 kills single-handed. He's got the support over the shoulder, but he is the rock, the immovable object, until finally his head is punctured. And Fallen's got something to work with, but his teammate's so far away. Stewie could actually surprise this bomb site if he were to just suddenly burst, but what he needs, of course, is that very quick kill. And now it's been figured out. He's gonna get boxed in, Fallen, completely displaced, and this is Astralis just picking up another round.
And it all comes down to Zipex. He just answered back.
This is a big op duel, whoever gets this kill. And Glaive is just inviting him to challenge this. He's gonna take one shot and then fade off immediately, trying to reposition. But the reason he's slowed is because they tagged him. Not that that's gonna stop him. He still manages to just deny for anything else, and he's up close still. Fallen gets the best of him in the CQC situation. Zipex is gonna try and use that smoke so he can fixate on Banana.
19 seconds left. If he gets one kill, that could be it.
Yeah. Just needs to deny this plant. He's gonna get that opper first. He's very good at isolating these kills, repositioning and engaging in 1v1 duels. Somebody has to, absolutely has to pick up this kill. But with the bomb planted and the 2 players down, that's it. And now they're actually gonna walk forward here, so trying to catch the T's off guard with the shadow. That's a shadow angle that he's not anticipating a second player from, but still successful in killing the first and putting this in a 3v1. Device comes over to support, not finding an angle as of yet. If he exposes himself, then he is so susceptible to the arch push, but there is nobody there. So he just has to gamble and hit a flick like that, because the time is what makes the difference. Astralis locking it down thanks to Lady Luck and a timing on the clutch. It is just so smooth.
Tomato Man's yet to come into full force. Oh, don't give him a shoulder.
Because he'll peg it through the chest. Glaive left alone now. Trying to call for reinforcements, and Device is coming over. There's a gap, and he lines it up. Substantial damage from Glaive with a frag to follow suit, but Fallen, he's too accustomed to playing Astralis. He knows those frags are always flying. Magisk, as you said, bloodthirsty, and for good reason now. As he tries to upgrade into the AK, Fur may anticipate that there's not a second player here.
Actually played the buddy system really well, and Glaive was really patient, even hits the head, but it's not enough. coldzera is totally ready. Dupree, though, to come back and try to answer with his own frag, leaving coldzera alone. Red HP has the bomb and a sight, but does he know that?
And sure, you may spot him, but Device, it's just gonna take a single shot. Device is caught, and he's flying as Cold wins the round. Flurry of smokes have gone over the rooftops, blanketing A in cover, but not dealing with the players who still stand here. It is a heavy defense presence. The flashbangs look good, but the entry is denied. Dupree comes in from the corner and Magisk from the pit. Astralis will keep majority of these rounds. I feel as though, again, right into something here. But the problem with this positioning is that it opens up balcony entirely. I mean, that is wide open. And they've lost a player on Arch. Now, these two porch defenders become so susceptible if that mid-man doesn't go down. But now that he has, the CTs can try and lock off this cross. With bomb thrown out into the open, things get tricky. We've got a man advantage for MiBR, looking to cut back this lead. Zipex knows, and so he's gonna plant in a safe corner. coldzera's gonna come peeking wide, and the man in pit is safe. Device rails him with a perfect headshot onto Tarek. That's crucial. Now they have information. It's Fallen tagged from the B site as a rotator, and whoever's up here in apps who just comes flying outwards. coldzera actually manages to get his feet on the ground. Now Fallen's dealt with swiftly. They have Cold in a pickle, a pinch, and he's got no way out of it other than superb accuracy. 6 shots into the mag, and none of them will land. It is MiBR to lose this pistol.
Someone Arch specifically, lots on Boiler, who knows? Everybody's got to contribute.
No weak links can be afforded here. Wow, what a push from Fallen. Trying to lead by example as he just flies around the corner of Banana. Device happy to go toe-to-toe. Which means once a team starts getting close to the finish line, once you start forcing, you're really trying to spell disaster, but they faded off, and Stewie peeks wide just enough to get a single kill. Fur pinned into the box. They know he's here, but that's not going to stop him from hitting headshots. Magus just gets plowed on his attempt to push from the truck, but now look at this go. It's traded yet again. It's all fallen onto Zipex. In a 1 versus 3, the bomb site's being swarmed, and he's fully blind, but not dispatched of. He announces himself and goes for the reload. The peeks from Tarek is good, and that is MiBR with an early gun round. Oh, what a flick. Device just sticks it to Fallen. Stewie retreats into the bomb site. He has no support from Fur. He has to single-handedly hold it down, and he does deal substantial damage. That's something for them to be proud of, something for MiBR to work with, but this is a save, Launders. Or they have to do the very risky thing of running through it. But smoke goes down at their feet, and it looks like they're gonna try to charge past. At least Magus will. I mean, he's in the open, so that's an easy pickup for Stewie, who then takes the place of the corpse, looks away from the flash, and the kills come trickling in. MiBR, attempting to lock down this site, will have to give up a couple bodies, leaving them still in a man advantage. The A rotators come over, and Glaive is denied any further presence from Fur, and Zipex has to clutch. Then who knows what's going down. Zipex actually has a great off angle, but again, unsuspecting to Tarek's late lurk. I like that from Tarek. What point to MiBR give up on this 4-man A stack?
They don't want to be sold a bill of goods. They don't want to think that it might be a double fake.
Stu gets the first, and he's actually able to fall back ever slightly. He hasn't lost any health either. This is a full bar of HP to try and contest the site. 20 seconds left in this fight, and he's now done that. He's delayed it long enough, and things are about to get frantic. They just continue to fall, and it looks like Stewie may have won this round, single-handedly locking it down.
Stewie winning those rounds on B. Everybody's contributed to give him the number of opportunities he has to get back into the game. It looks like the pressure's not off.
This is a big, fast one. Zipex actually catches Fallen. He's not able to retreat, and so it's going to be Stewie again contested on this B site. His reinforcements come in the form of coldzera and a 2-man push down mid. But they've retrieved at least an M4. That is in the hands of Glaive. Stubox cleared. Zipex has been the difference maker here. His absolute and utter aggression. That's not something you look from him, but now another! Magus with a sidearm, and it is Astralis through and through.
Oh my god. Fallen is here to stay.
And Dupree's out in the open. Perfect timing. That literally drops the bomb. And Stewie, once again from the back of the site, will be tested. He has 3 Ts inbound, 1 defender with him, and they have 15 seconds to deny this. Nobody's going for the peak, so nobody's able to plant this bomb. Stu dropped, but Fallen stands. 8 seconds the difference as it is planted now, and Zipex denied. MiBR tie. Looking like a complete and utter push-up truck lane. Fur's looking to flash and obscure this. 4 players blinded by that flashbang. 25 seconds left, and an off position from Tarek is not going to get kills, but it's still such a crossfire. It is still a chokehold. MiBR attempting to defend, but Astralis just punching straight through. Frag after frag, it is theirs, and it falls on Stewie. With an element of surprise as the bomb's now ticked 1/3 of the way. He's trying to figure out where they're both at, but nobody's showing shoulders, nobody's showing skin. There's the first frag, and it goes right back to Astralis. They are 1 away. 1 player per team, still just feeling out that other portion of the map. 25 seconds, and it looks like a wrap. Fur goes down for free. This is going to enable the bomb wrap over towards the B site. Sure, Stewie, he has the cannon. He can fight at a distance, but you've got 3 players so completely overwhelmed by smoke at A that you'd think Stewie can do this. There's 10 seconds left and he's gotten himself into cover. All he needs to do is stop this plant. They need it now, and Stewie doesn't do it. It looks like Astralis have managed another round. The save has been called, and it is 2 more chances. And this angle from beneath the haystack, that might actually be uncontested. If Coldzera could just keep his attention up, that's huge. He's watching the heads now cross, and he stopped the bomb, and he's got himself another. He's inside of the pit. He's got a teammate here to pinch, and a rotation from Fallen is already a part of the equation. They just can't seem to get past, so the flash does keep this back. Fur, however, falls. Glaive clearing the flank, and this is Astralis. Still, all 3 CTs on A. It's 10 seconds left. This is it, here or now. And Glaive goes down. A 30th round will decide things. On the first box, a very tricky position now as he works over top of the smoke. He needs to dodge the flashes. He pulls their attention away, but he too pulled off. This is it. This is Astralis with the bomb site. They've managed to get past that defense. They've overwhelmed it. And because of that, the retake is on. They are pinned into the bomb site. No one's over facing. The same crossfire that we saw Stewie struggle with is what now faces Fur. Off of the flash, he blasts right past. Fur looking for a second, cut down with just 1. Stewie, though, clears pit. Graveyard gets him, and it falls on Fallen. Astralis are your champions. They have taken Blast Istanbul, dethroned the reigning champs, and will now be victorious.
Alrighty, one more time, guys. This is the moment you've all been waiting for all moment long. Would you please, once again, make loads of noise, give it up for your Blast Bros Series Istanbul champions, Astralis!